Hey subbies and friends, this is Lady T. I think it's about time I talk to you about a little bit about my hair regimen and maybe even my 2013 hair goals. Let's just say 2013 is a year that it's a reflective year so far. I've really been trying to get a hold of my hair regimen, okay? So that's why you see me lately wearing a lot of medium twists and really just trying to get my hair under control. One of the things I am is a huge slacker when it comes to my hair. I don't enjoy the maintenance process. I really don't. I wore weave braids for years. I'm talking 2-3 years at a time before I became natural. So I'm used to my hair being within relaxer free, but just not having to deal with it, okay? And honestly, I don't like dealing with it on a regular basis. That's why protective styling, once I started committing to it, was actually really like a long lost friend, because weave braids are a form of protective hairstyling. And I really like to just tuck my hair away and go, because I have a lot of other things going on, and I really don't enjoy or like to spend too much time on my hair. One of my goals for 2013 was to be more strategic and have a routine. And when I say routine, I'm not talking something I do every week. I'm talking about something I do every single day. And in terms of, making sure I'm moisturizing my hair as soon as I probably wake up and right before I go to bed, at least throughout, those 2 times throughout the day. Yes, I can come in midday and throw some water, moisturize my hair, but I want to make sure that every day when I wake up, for the most part, I'm misting my hair. That's part of my morning regimen. And I'm also, before I go to bed, misting my hair. Those are the 2 things I know are going to happen every day, and me waking up and going to bed. And I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting to moisturize, because I'm sure we all have experience when you wake up, your hair seems really dry, and when you right when you come from a long day, your hair is dry. So it's just like, I don't want to experience those things. One of the things I struggled a lot with in 2012 was tangles, because 1, I wasn't keeping my hair moisturized regularly. 2, I wasn't detangling my hair, and that's a whole nother subject. My detangling routine is evolving. I used to never want to use combs. I've learned, especially just this year, using a comb is very helpful for me. Yes, I've noticed I lost more hair using a comb, but I'm not sure yet if a lot of that hair came from me just not detangling properly before, or from me maybe it is a little bit more abrasive, harsh on the hair, but we'll see. But I know when I did these mini twists, I sectioned my hair, combed it, then put the twist in, and I noticed they were softer, they were lighter. And I did experience all kind of knots, and I was just like, something has to give. And I was trimming my hair as I did my mini twist as well. That's another thing that I was against in a way. I didn't never have a trimming regimen. I didn't think about trimming in terms of like a schedule, or if my hair even needed it. But that's something I do want to incorporate more into my regimen. But again, that's not something that I'm going to use like on a time schedule. That's more something as my hair if it looks raggedy on the ends and I'm twisting it, I'm trimming it. I'm not really a big length person. I'm not on this journey for long hair. Yes, that's a long-term goal. But what I deal with every single day is I just want hair that's manageable and healthy and that looks good. I don't care for having long hair, but it looks stringy and it's tangling all the time, and I've had that kind of hair. In fact, that was my hair literally before I trimmed it a month ago. And you're going to see probably a lot more mini twists in my hair. Now I've been braiding them and taking them out, and they are lasting longer and longer. And then I'll sit under the hair dryer for 10 minutes, which is a huge help for me. Roots feel really soft, which is good. So I've been really prolonging these, and I'll probably go 1 week, I'll throw a co-wash in, and it's so easy because it's already separated, and I don't have to worry about tangles as much. So one of my huge goals in 2013 is to first reduce and then eliminate tangles. Figure out how they're starting. Is it through dryness, or is it through maybe the hairstyles I'm wearing? And maybe will mini twists reduce these? So that's, will mini twists reduce tangles? Or, is it not helping? So I'm really trying to really take the time to analyze my hair. I want to start getting water on my hair more. So I enjoy co-washing. for the reason that my hair just loves conditioner and water. You know, it likes to be rejuvenated. It doesn't like a lot of product. It starts to become stubborn. Because I have fine hair strands. I have a lot, like I said in another video, I have a lot of hair strands, but they're very fine. I have very kinky hair, meaning it likes to get dry fast. Like I have a hair texture that's at war with itself. I have that silky hair strand, but it's on a kinky pattern. You know what I mean? It's very kinky and tightly curled, but it's also very fragile. So I have to make sure that I'm giving both of those things what they need. In a very kinky hair, it's going to be dry, so it needs a lot of moisture. It needs to be in a situation where it's separated. So it needs a comb, in my opinion, because it wants to kink up and mat and tangle. It needs a comb. It needs a little bit of a thorough. It needs a lot of a thorough detangle session. No half-ass type of detangling. But the silkier side of it, that's soft, loves moisture as well, but it also needs low manipulation. Because it'll rip right out, you know, with the wrong type of manipulation. So I have to somehow incorporate this comb, and I've been taking my time with it and really seeing what works best. And it's really common sense. You know, you start from the root, from the ends of your hair, and work your way slowly up. And I do detangle with my hands first, but I've noticed when I throw a comb in there, it's just so much easier to manage. And I think adding this to my regimen will make it easier and less likely for me to get matted, tangled hair. And we'll see. It's only been a month. I know my hair just thrives in that type of setting where it's separated. It can easily be washed, easily be detangled. You know, it's all about shortening your regimen. For me, I don't enjoy sitting for hours doing my hair and analyzing my hair. So I want to make it where I'm shortening my regimen. You know, some people enjoy doing their hair. Some people don't mind it. They don't mind spending hours detangling, hours styling. I don't want to spend long styling. I don't want to spend long moisturizing. So if I figure if I knock little parts of it out throughout the day, it will never get that bad where it needs to be very long. Just like, for instance, detangling. You might take 3 hours to detangle your hair, but I guarantee if your hair was already separated from when you washed it the previous week and kept it separated in a hairstyle, like particularly a protective style where you can pin the twist up or whatever, it won't be as hard to detangle, you know. So that's something I want to incorporate. Just making sure that my regimen and my weekly and daily routine revolves around that wash section, that detangle section, because whether you want to admit it or not, that's where all the breakage, most of the breakage and the setbacks happen. And I know that, at least for me. So 2013 is going to be about getting rid of those tangles, getting learning my hair what makes it work the best. I know moisture, detangling, and making sure I'm moisturizing my hair all the time. With these mini twists, I've been sitting under a hair dryer every time I style them for 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes? I've noticed I apply a product, if I don't sit under the hair dryer, it doesn't look polished. It doesn't look happy. My hair looks very happy now because why? I put chunky twist in, took them out, did a style. Instead of just throwing moisture on it that just sits there. That hair dryer is going to allow for that 10 minutes to amazing. It allows that product to go in that cuticle and do its job and do it as best it can. You know, a lot of times you put a product on, it's just sitting on your hair and it's not going inside that strand. And I haven't washed my hair in a week or so and it's still receiving product. It's not just clumping sitting on. As you can see, it looks like it's received the product. It doesn't look wet, doesn't look dry, it doesn't look frizzy. It's polished, and that's what the hair dryer does. Okay, make sure your cuticle, the product is going in, and it closes that hair cuticle and seals it in, and my hair will stay this way throughout the day. It's the winter, so the weather is harsher, so you got to do things that's going to combat that. I was watching myself cutting out knot after knot after knot, you know, dealing with mats that took me almost 30 minutes, or with one little small side of my hair taking me forever just to detangle. I swear, before I did these mini twists, it must took me almost 3 hours and a half at least to detangle my hair because I was taking my time and I was just really going through it, and it was a lot of work. For a long time, I've been half-assed and cutting corners with my hair regimen. And the thing is, as much as you cut those corners, you're going to have to pay for it eventually. You're going to be cutting hair. You're going to be having hair that's even more difficult. It doesn't have to be that difficult. And what made me go back and look at this was because I was noticing when I first became natural and I was following everything the right way, I didn't have all the problems I got now. As your hair get longer, you have more challenges because it's longer and it has more opportunity to tangle. So you have to be on your A game if you want to see your hair continue to thrive. You know, I appreciate a lot of y'all telling me, oh, your hair is growing. It is growing, but it should be longer because I've cut hair, you know, pieces of hair that were part of them. Cut off sections of hair, like, choop, up, that's not, I'm not, and I don't spend long on knots. If I get it to a point where there's like 4 hair strands and I can't remove either one, you know what? I'm cutting it. Because the way I see it is, you've allowed it to happen this bad, so there's the price to pay. There you go. Sometimes I'm cutting off 4 inches of a section, you know, and it is what it is. And I just look at it like a learning experience. I don't let this hair thing get me so riled up, you know, because I just feel like it's a learning experience, and all I can do is say, what did I do that week that was off, that made that happen, and which sections am I getting the most knots, which I do tend to get the most knots in the same sections, which is the 2 textures where they come in the back. That's where I get the most knots. Around right in this area where I got the silkier texture down here, the kinkier texture around the middle, I get the most matted hair and the most knots. With that being said, I think I'm going to start taking you guys on this journey with me of my hair, because I know if I show you what I'm doing, it'll hold me accountable. And it'll give me also something I can reference and see what's going on, but it may help you as well. So I'm going to start calling my personal, when I'm digging inside this thing, I'm going to start calling it a hair diary. I'm going to be talking about what I'm doing, and then I'm going to probably set goals, and I'm going to try to really do like weekly to monthly goals. I want it to be very short. There's a series of different things I have in my mind that I want to do, and I've been having them in my mind for months now, and they're not happening. So what I want to do is start telling you about it, and then showing how I accomplish it, or showing how I get through it, because then you can learn something and so can I, you know, because there's a lot of different things that I struggle with, or that I'm trying to get to or do, and I have yet to do them, and I want to get it done. You know, this year is not about sitting around contemplating and trying to do things that you know you're not going to do. I want to get things done, okay? And there's a lot of things associated with my hair that I've been saying for a while now. I need to do this. I want to do that. I should do this. How come I ain't doing that? And I want to do it. So I'm hoping you guys will come along for the journey. If you don't like those type of videos and you prefer hair, then you just watch the hair videos. But those videos will be coming up more, where I'm talking a little bit more about what my regimen is, because I've noticed I really don't share those things. And a lot of the reason I don't share is because I'm all over the place sometimes with certain things, like especially like washing my hair, detangling it. You know, I do them, but it's always a longer process because I don't have a system in place. And what I'm trying to do this year is create a system and master it and become to the point where it's natural for me just to you know, do my hair how it's supposed to be done. I'm not saying it's going to look like what everybody else do. All I want it to be is something that works for me. I want to make sure I'm getting that water and moisture on my hair. And if that means keeping mini twisting and co-washing every week instead of washing, hey, that's what I'm going to do, as long as it's getting that rinse on. You know, I'm not trying to get the perfect regimen at this point. I'm just trying to get to a point where my regimen's better. Okay? Because sometimes it's not about going from bad to best. It's about going from bad to better. Okay? So I hope you guys will tag along and give me feedback. Let me know what you think. Offer advice. I'm always looking for advice. One of the things I really love to do is make things quicker. Get to things quicker and more efficiently. You know, I don't care about doing everything the way that's ideal. I want to get to it that works for, do things that work for my lifestyle and my personality. Please, thank you for watching. Please take the time to like the video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for commenting. Have a good day.